Alright guys, thanks for coming to the channel, and no, this is not clickbait. I took a gamble, and I don't gamble that much, but I bought two separate lots. One lot was 60 bucks and one lot was 40. This binder and this pack of cards was the one with 60. And the rest of this was for 40. I can't get all of that in one shot without like lifting the camera and raising it, but we'll go through it real quick. I'll try to not take up too much time. I'm gonna go through it real quick, kind of, but there's a lot, so it may be a minute, but real quick on top, which this was kind of, well, I guess it was because it's kind of thrown in, but it was a little cute, cool little Pikachu, winter edition, but, which I think our son has that, or did, I don't know, it disappeared, but, anyways, we've got these 310s, no cards, but they've got the stickers and the promo cards in them, which is really cool. And there's these three, Quaxly, Pikachu, and I don't know the other one. I should, kind of, but it's a newer Pokemon that I haven't kept up with. I really haven't kept up with Pokemon up until about, like, Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald era, and I didn't even really play the card game. I was more into the Game Boy games. But, yeah, this is from the $40 lot, all of this, or this set. The other part's the 60, but, I want you guys in the end in the comments to let me know, what's valuable, what's not valuable. Did I make my money back, or did I get smoked? Here's a Blastoise tin, which may or may not be staying. I don't know, I really like Blastoise, so that one may be staying. It has dice and, markers all in there. Really cool. There's a lot. I don't know much about actually playing the actual card game that much compared to Yu-Gi-Oh, but I'm guessing that's how you would play part of the card game. There is a lot of different players' guides from each of the different ETBs. Fusion Strike, Paldea Evolved, Astral Radiance, and Scarlet and Violet. Whoops, I guess I should be showing these in camera, not in my face. Sorry guys, I'm still working around not using a regular tripod. I'm kind of using a get-a-rigged makeshift one that I came up with a smaller tripod. And then we have these jumbo cards, which there's a couple of, I think there may be more in there, but you know, we've got Gengar EX. I haven't really looked up too much of what these go for, but they're really cool. Some of them may end up staying. I kind of bought it with the intent to try to start, you know, flipping Pokemon cards in a sense, and finding the cool ones, and obviously they will probably stay, some of them will. And Mega Salamence EX, that was a cool one, which, you know, never really was a huge, like, Dragon Pokemon person. I was more into, like, the water types, but Beware GX. I'm guessing it's a newer era Pokemon that I don't know much about, but. And Ash Greninja EX. I kind of know a little bit about this one, but not a whole lot. And there's Dragonite. Dragonite's a cool one. I always love Dragonite. Dragonite EX. And overall, these cards are in pretty good condition. And then Kangaskhan EX. Some of these are in the jumbo top loaders, so that's cool. And I just bought it because it was two parents that were selling their kids collections that I'm guessing their kids kind of got out of it. I always kind of hate to see that, but it's also like I think we've all went through that phase of like we grow out of something and move on to something else, and I feel like it's important to kind of keep the spirit of collecting alive. And you know, you buy and you trade, sell, and it's a whole process. It's a whole community, and there is a whole bunch of cards within Lugia that I'm gonna try to pull out carefully. Which I don't think these go for a whole lot, but I mean, they're still really cool. Hold on a second. Technical difficulties. I'll probably try to speed this part up. Alright. And we're back. So we have a Lugia EX. Another Gengar. Oh, sorry. Yep. camera. Gengar. And then we have, I think it was 2 Charizard EXs. Which, I don't know, these may be staying because my boys really love Charizard. So, I might surprise them with that. I always buy with the intent of like trying to try and sell it quick and get rid of it in a sense, but some of these cards I'm like, yeah, they're probably gonna be staying. We have, and then there's a Trainer's Notebook. I haven't really looked at too much of this, but I don't know if it's much. It looks like it's from Scholastic too, so that's cool. Introducing Pokemon to people, to children young is cool. I always loved, especially in the original series, like a lot of the stories and the morals that it taught about friendship and doing the right thing. And I don't know, I haven't really kept up with a lot of newer series as I've obviously become an adult and deal with adult things versus you know, childhood Pokemon and stuff. But this set was, I can't remember if it was trainer cards or okay, so there is scan to code cards. I think this is all Pokemon, I think. Yeah, this is all Pokemon, holy cow. And I don't know if there's anything crazy in here. I don't know if I want to go through this whole, I don't think you guys want to watch me go through this whole box. I kind of glanced through it and there wasn't really anything like spectacular. It looked like it was a lot of commons. I guess I can go through it if you guys want me to in another video, but I don't want this to be like an hour-long video, honestly, because I don't think there's really anything too crazy in there, but there's a lot of cards in there. This one, I don't remember what was in it. I think this was like the energy and trainer cards. Yeah. So there's like every type of energy. There's about 30 to 40 cards of each energy, and some of them are from different sets. Yeah, and which these are going to be listed on eBay, and some of them and my kids have already kind of got into them. But I think they've already sorted out the ones that they want, and the rest are going to get sold at some point. And I'm going to actually list my eBay channel down below. That way you guys can find it and see if there's anything here that you guys want to sell, want. Feel free to message me or check out my store if it's not already for sale. I'm happy to work out a deal too. I don't know what all is valuable as far as what people might want. I know there's common cards that people want as far as, you know, building decks and stuff. So if there's anything here that you see, which obviously I didn't go through those 2 boxes. If you guys want me to, I can in a later video. But I think there's other cooler stuff in these other boxes in like the second pack. I think was, or the first pack that I bought that day was I think was worth a lot more than anything else. But you know, a lot of energy cards again on this, and then looks like there's some actual like there's an older, that's like a 90, this is like one of the originals, looks like older like 90s cards, and some of these are like 16 and all the way down to like 13 and then up. Rapidash, that's a cool card. I'm trying to be conscious about making sure that you guys can't actually see what I'm going through, so I don't have to redo this whole video again. I'm always bad about like forgetting I'm actually recording a video. I think these are the ones I sorted out because it actually reminds me of my daughter, because my daughter's, she's feral. She's 1.5 years, and yeah, she's our third, and she's giving us a run for our money. Yeah, I think a lot of these are like newer cards in a sense, at least in the past like decade, but still a lot of really cool cards in this one. I think this was the set that, I don't remember. But anyways, then the rest of this is like dividers and stuff, and then card sleeves, and that was included in it, which still really, you know, I mean, for 40 bucks, that's a really cool. I feel like that's a lot of bang for your buck for that kind of price. I could be wrong. I don't know. You guys can let me know. You guys can roast me too if I got smoked. Let's see. And then we have. So this was actually the first set I bought that day. I bought 2 sets in one day, and this was the first one. There was a card file with Charizard on it, which I don't think in the actual like binder was anything too like crazy. There's a couple in here that are pretty cool, and I am not super familiar with all the newer Pokemon. There's a Regirock. I feel like that was a reverse holo. I think there were some reverse hollows and some hollows in this one. Yeah, Growlithe, Litten. I don't think Litten's really anything crazy. Cyndaquil. I always like the different arts they do for Pokemon. Like Cyndaquil's got different ones. I mean, I don't know. You guys have like a favorite art style that is ever released, or do you guys have a favorite Pokemon or a favorite card? I always like to hear what people's favorite things are. It's always interesting to hear what everyone has to say. Hey, Squirtle and Blastoise. I love that. I don't know why it is about turtles and water. I just love those two things, and Blastoise is one of those. It just hits it right on the money. Gyarados. Niantic, Golduck, Piplup. Yeah, it looks like they had them sorted by like type. And from other people's videos I've watched, apparently that's a pretty common thing. I just put whatever cards I thought were cool in the front or whatever. Pikachu, and that is a 2016 card. I don't remember what set that's from, but I remember that's like based off the original art, I guess, from the original sets. And I think some of these Pikachu cards are probably going to be, I think my middle son likes Pikachu, and then my oldest likes Charizard. So, yeah, a few of these cards are going to end up probably missing, in a sense. Pokedex. Now, I don't know if there's any, like, just common cards or non-foil holo cards that are worth anything. I'm still trying to do my research, especially on the newer cards. The newer cards, I have to always double check because I'm still learning about all of those. I remember up to EX, like Sandstorm was when I kind of phased out of Pokemon. I never really was hardcore into the cards, but I would always buy a pack in there and just see what was there. I remember having like the Team Magma and Team Aqua. I think there was a set, and I had this set when I was a kid. And it was been pretty good for 13, 14 minutes. I'm trying to not make this too long because I know that those 3 boxes, they had a few cool things, but it's nothing like spectacular. But I just kind of wanted to hear you guys' opinion, see what you guys thought. Did we do well, or did we get hosed? Kind of the point of the video, and just for fun. I kind of enjoy doing this. I kind of enjoy taking a chance of, like, you never know what you're gonna get. Let's see how we want to do this. Yeah, we'll just do it like this. Okay, so we got Growlithe. I'm gonna try to go through these pretty kind of quick without, doing any kind of tampering or anything with them, messing with them too much, but I don't want to spend a whole lot of time on them. But I'm just kind of gonna go through them and talk a little bit, and then you guys let me know below if you see a card that's like, oh, that's a cool card, or that's worth something. I'm gonna do my research as well and kind of look them up, and a lot of these are probably gonna be going up for sale on eBay. And again, I'll link that down below. Espeon, that's a cool. I love the full arts. That wasn't a thing when I was into cards, and it's cool to see stuff like that now. Mewtwo, that's a cool one. Charizard, love a good Charizard. And Swampert. Swampert was was it the Hoenn? I remember it was Gen 3. I can't remember if that was Hoenn or not. I should remember that because I played Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald like non-stop. So, but Swampert was always my Mudkip was always my starter. Mudkip and Trico. Those two I always kind of went between those two. There's 2 Swamperts, so that's cool. Melmetal. I'm guessing Melmetal is a newer Pokemon. I don't know much about the newer series, but it's from Pokemon Go, so that's cool. But the full art's pretty cool too. I probably sound like an old man talking about some of these because, oh, that looks really cool. I kind of am an old man at heart, but Cloyster, Charmander. Now I remember the Pikachu is like the Celebrations edition pack, whatever. You'll have to correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah. I kind of remember some of these in like the Halloween editions too. But this collection had over the binder and then like the 200 cards, so 200 plus cards apparently. So really good collection for $60. I feel like there's a lot of cards in here that could easily flip that around. Radiant Charizard. Now you guys are gonna have to explain to me the Radiant series or the Pokemon, because I never really fully understood those. I've heard about them and I never really kept up with it, but I feel like that one's one that's really cool. And a full art trainer card for Caitlin. Again, I don't know much about the full art, like the actual trainer cards, but that's a pretty cool looking card. I always like seeing the full arts because I know that they're, they look cooler. And Phoebe. And I'm trying to handle these as like carefully as possible because to me cards in general are just, you treat them kindly. Articuno. That brings back memories of like Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres. Those three. It's crazy how many Pokemon there are now. Palkia. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. I remember when this Pokemon came out, kind of here and there. Hear my friends talk about it on the DS, but I never played after that series. I love the last Pokemon games I played were on the SP. And Totodile. Totodile is another one of those, my favorite. I was just always gravitated towards the water Pokemon. Can I help you, Ruthie? Sorry, Arlene, your dog is, she needs some, apparently. And Totodile. Snorlax. I love the art on some of these, it's funny. From Pokemon Go. I'm gonna pronounce that name wrong, but again, I'm gonna go just kind of flipping through some of these and trying to not talk too much and take too much of your time, but I hope you guys are enjoying this video. It's kind of different for me to do videos like this, but I'm kind of going through my, reliving some of my childhood and some of this, because going through some of my old collections is cool, and then I don't typically take chances on buying stuff, but I am kind of getting into like eBay and that kind of thing just for fun, just to see what you can do, just to see how much you can do from just either starting with the stuff that you have or finding stuff online or for free and, selling it, because that old saying of one man's trash is another man's treasure, there's a lot of truth to that. Venusaur. Everyone loves a good... I always remember the original three. Feels like it was just yesterday, everyone was trying to pick between Charmander, Bulbasaur, and Squirtle, and now I know each series has had its own starter three, and they feel like they're so long ago, but they withstand the test of time. Even some of these, like, I know probably are common Pokemon, I feel like they're really cool, cool art. Gyarados EX. Now that's... I remember hearing something about this one, but I don't think it's, like, crazy, but still cool looking art. There's a Mew V. My kids and I, we originally watched the, it wasn't the original Pokemon movie, but the remake that they did a few years back, I think. And, I couldn't get used to that, that animation style. I don't know, what do you guys think? Was it good, or is the original the go-to? I just prefer the original, just animation style. I don't know, it's just nostalgic to me. Gorgeous? I will probably pronounce that wrong. Mewtwo V, that's cool art. I like that one. Again, this is probably one that will stay too. I'm trying to restrain myself on being the ones that I'm like, this one's staying, this one's going. And part of me is like, maybe I just need to just close my eyes, list them, and go. But Sudowoodo, Flamigo, Sigilyph. I always tell my kids it's Sigilyph, but I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Trying to be conscious about putting the keeping the cards in frame. I'm bad about that, so if I go up or down too much, I'm sorry. I'm trying to pay attention to that. And obviously you guys can speed this video up. I'm gonna try to not spend too much time on each card, because there's a lot of cards. But we're already at like 21 minutes, so this is a long video. But hopefully these are videos that, even though they're long, they're still something that you guys enjoy. This is definitely different content for me. I always have been making music content for a long time, and it doesn't always do great, but I enjoyed it for a long time, but I don't know. Now I'm just trying different things that I enjoy, and I still enjoy music, but it's just hard time. It's hard to find time to dedicate to trying to record a video and a song at the same time and play it right at the same time sometimes, because it takes a lot of practice to be able to get it right and not, you know, mess up. Because even though you see one video, there's probably about some of my videos 10 takes that I have to go through to get it finally right. Squoof, that's a cool one. I like that. It reminds you of Ruthie, a little mini dog. Maybe one day I should show you guys our two dogs. They're something else. Tillion V. I think my son has this card. He got this in gymnastics for doing well. It's kind of cool to see some of these cards that my son already has. Teddy Ursa, Ivysaur. Kind of cool seeing some of the evolution cards through here. I know they've changed so much through each set, but I know I'm probably beating a dead horse. I like seeing the different ones. Groudon, Solrock, Pikachu. If you haven't already, what is your favorite Pokemon, guys? And what's your favorite like set? Do you guys have a favorite set, a favorite art style, favorite type of Pokemon that you guys always stick with? And what first got you into Pokemon? Was it the collecting? Was it the games? Was it the show? Metal. Sylveon. Now that's an Eevee evolution, I think, right? Oops. Pretty sure it is. But that's a cool card. Rapid Strike. Urshifu VMAX. Some of these names I am butchering, I know, but Dr. Full art trainer card. That's cool. I feel like this one is one that was worth a little bit. That's a cool card though. Training court. Full art trainer. That's really cool. Radiant Jirachi. I remember when some of these Pokemon were like the best of the best Pokemon, and now you see them in a set and they're just Radiant Jirachi. That's a cool looking card though. I like how they do some of the designs on them. Zacian V. You guys can correct me, however you pronounce that. But I think this is the card that my son has too. I think. I need to go through my binder of Push. It's in the same collection as my Yu-Gi-Oh cards, but it's nothing crazy. But if you guys want me to do a quick tour of that in another video, I definitely can. It's nothing crazy. Really, it's a lot of like the EX series from the, so there was the EX code reader for like the Game Boy. I used to have that. I still have the 10. I still have some of the cards, but that was really the big thing that I had. That was only cards. But it was, you know, again, I didn't really care too much about the cards. And now I look at some of the cards, what they're worth. I'm like, man, I wish I would have kept track of some of them. Lapras, that's a cool looking card. I love the art on that. That is really, really cool. They're really, I can see why some of them are like, I can see why they went all out and why some of them are worth a lot. They're just really cool looking cards. Flower, Darkrai. I remember this Pokemon a little bit, but I never really kept up with. There was a movie, if I remember right, with that Pokemon, but that's a cool looking. I love that version of Pikachu. Alright, I got a question for you guys on Pikachu. You guys remember the big chunky Pikachu? Or, you know, the new Pikachu? Leave a comment below. Some of these I don't think are really anything crazy. There's that one, but I know that one's just a... That's not a crazy card. Moltres. Moltres is cool. I always see this card every once in a while popping up and it just cracks me up. That's funny. Let's see, Octillery. Another Octillery. Ooh, Bomb of Snow. Another Gloss of Flower. Luxray. Or Pico. Alright, I'm gonna try to not spend too much time on each card. Gonna try to glance through them and let you guys at least get a look at them and then go on to the next one. I don't want to spend too much of your time. We're pushing 27 minutes and I'm not used to making videos this long, so. But again, if you guys enjoy this video, be sure to like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. It really helps me know what you guys enjoy and what to keep doing, because I actually am enjoying doing this kind of content. It's different. I still want to keep doing the music stuff too, because music has always been a part of my life. I love music, so I'm gonna try to continue doing that when I have time. I'm very thankful that I don't have to, I'm not set on a schedule of having to do it by a certain time, or it's kind of just whenever it happens, because obviously you guys can go back on my channel and see that sometimes I've uploaded like 2 videos in a week or whatever, and I try to not do that sometimes because I'm like, I know it's better to kind of scatter it out a little bit, but sometimes I get a little trigger happy and just decide to just upload it. But that's kind of the beauty in that's a really cool looking card. That's the beauty of YouTube, is you can upload whatever, whenever, if you're not obligated to anything. And thankfully I'm not. Thankfully I'm at a point right now that I can just kind of upload when I want to upload and do what I want. I'm not obligated by any kind of contract or anything. This is not something I do full time. I have an actual full-time job that I do during the day. But yeah, this brings back a lot of memories seeing some of these Pokemon, and some of these Pokemon I'm like, I've never even heard of, but it's cool. It's cool that they've been going on for this long. I got another question for you guys. What was your first card series you ever got into? Was it sports? Was it Magic? Was it Yu-Gi-Oh? Pokemon? What got you started into any kind of cards? It's always cool to hear what first people got started down on all this, and then see where they're at now, and it's like how far their journey has come. All right, guys, I think we're kind of coming up on the end on some of these. Cloth. That's a cool card. Again, I haven't mentioned it, but some of these cards are probably going to be staying because I don't know, I like the art on them. I'll just add it to the collection. And if I do a binder collection, then you guys will probably see some of these again. Monkey Dory. Steelix. And overall, all these cards are in really, for the most part, really good shape. It's really cool. It's really cool to see someone that really took care of their cards. Because that was always my big thing, obviously. Some of them, they get a little bent here and there, but, it's cool. It just teaches you to take care of things, Blaziken, that one. Bulbasaur. Another Moltres, another Venusaur, an Eevee, and Meowscarada sounds right, and if I pronounce that wrong, let me know. And Chimchar. So that was basically all that set of cards. That was the big set of cards that I got for $60, along with that binder. But I want to conclude this video finally, so that I don't take too much more of your time. But let me know in the comments below, guys. Did we do well? Did we do well, or did we not? I spent $100 between both sets, so let me know. Did we make our money back, or did we not? And again, give the video a like and subscribe if you haven't, and we'll see you guys next time.